What's up, everybody? Dustin Starr here, coming to you live from the official YouTube page of Memphis Wrestling. Hello, everybody. Dustin Starr here, as I stated, and man, oh man, episode 242 was off the charts. Talking about teachable moments. I'm not so sure if that was exactly what we were expecting from a teachable moment, but the big man, the master of Fat Jitsu, K-Toomer, making a statement at the end of today's Memphis Wrestling. All right, everybody, I'll give you guys just a second to log in here. You can put your topics, your questions, and all that good stuff into the comments, and we can discuss it just like Thomas here. What's up, Thomas? Hello there. How are you? Happy Saturday. We have a really, really busy weekend. We had a really, really busy week. Memphis Wrestling has been off the charts, and it's because of you guys tuning in, you guys buying the tickets, you guys getting the job done like Eddie Kane, man. What's up, Eddie Kane, man? We'll see you tomorrow. The Halloween Spooktacular is live at the WrestleCenter. Special start time, meet and greet is at 12 o'clock. So from 12 to 1:30, you can meet the stars of Memphis Wrestling, including Vicky Guerrero. Also, at tomorrow's meet and greet, Psycho Simon will be there in a rare autograph session, so proceed with caution. It's all going down tomorrow. That's Sunday, October the 12th. You will not want to miss it. Get your tickets. They are very, very limited. We will be selling out. Tickets will more than likely not be available at the door, as we will be full. The Bador Center will be in the house. We have a huge birthday for a 10-year-old boy. I cannot wait to celebrate with him, and it's absolutely jam-packed. So get the tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. And if you miss out on this one, don't worry, because Memphis Wrestling is back on Saturday, next Saturday, October the 18th. It is going to be off the hook. It's our first ever trunk or treat, where the kids get to trick or treat from the trunks of the fans' cars at 3 o'clock p.m. Then we're heading inside for a 5 p.m. bell time. So it's going to be an all Halloween episode, a Halloween event coming up, like a big Halloween party on the 18th. So we've got tomorrow, then we have the 18th, and it has been made official. The coming on Sunday, November 2nd. International champion from TNA Wrestling, also a man you could see in the main event on NXT. I'm talking about Frankie Kazarian. He's coming to Memphis Wrestling. It is going to be awesome. Patrick says, great show. Thank you, brother. Eddie Kane, man, is in the Halloween spirit with his pumpkin. Shutash is here. How are you? What's up, Jeffrey? I love these members only badges. Guys, if you have not joined members only, it's only $3.99 a month. You get all sorts of different events, exclusive interviews. This week, of course, the Grizzlies were tipping off on Wednesday, so I did not have a special interview, but we will be getting all caught up on that this week, because your boy does not have any basketball games. So for those of you that don't know, I also host Memphis Grizzlies basketball, so I'll be doing that here today. Willie's here. Dustin, I missed the majority of Memphis Wrestling today. I did see the main event. Man, that big main event has some serious implications. Two of the biggest dudes on the roster of Memphis Wrestling were a tag team, former tag team champions, as a matter of fact, and now it looks like they're going to do some battle back and forth. We have not seen the last of this. It looks like K-Toomer was trying to teach Big John Dalton a lesson for walking out on him during their tag team title match. So I don't know if that's the way to, I'm not sure if that's the way to do it, but that's certainly the way that he did it. Kevin says, I'll have an extra ticket if anyone needs one. Yeah, hit Kevin Fowler up. If you guys need an extra ticket or something like that, there's not a lot available, I can tell you that. There may be a couple that become available here in the next couple of hours, but after that, we are all done. Rob says, hello, Memphis Maniacs. What's up, Rob? Good to see you here. Jason is back. Hey, Dustin Starr, happy Saturday. Thank you, Jason Freeman. I appreciate that. Thomas, Crown Jewel in Perth was great. Stephanie Vakura made history by winning the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. Yeah, but wasn't Liv Morgan the champion to begin with? Jeffrey's here. El Juggalo, whoop, whoop. I know you like those JCW highlights. That was from 5-Star Fan Cam Fred or myself. That was a compilation of the two. 5-Star Fan Cam Fred was right there ringside, so you can see all of his footage on members only on this channel. So go ahead and check that out. Rob says, another great episode. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Eddie Kane Man says, I think Draco needs to come back to help Gio versus the LA Hustlers. I don't think Draco ever needs to come back, quite frankly, just to be pretty blunt with you. But it does look like Gio Savage is going to need some help. Maybe it could be Draco. Who could help Gio Savage? I guess we're going to see that coming up on Memphis Wrestling. Jeffrey says he loves Frankie Kazarian. I do too. Which country? I'm in the United States of America. Jamming music, man. I saw his Buff Bagwell pictures. a couple days ago. What's up, Dustin and Memphis Wrestling family? How are you, jamming music, man? Getting all caught up, I see. Let's see. Patrick says, unfortunately, I don't have a way to Memphis. I kind of want to see some of your wrestlers in California so I can see them live. Well, you never know, man. Championship Wrestling for the United Wrestling Network is back and looks like they are doing fantastic. The show tomorrow is absolutely just tremendous, so check that out. You can watch United Wrestling Network Championship Wrestling right here on this YouTube page tomorrow. That's every Sunday at noon. There's a premiere, and you can check out every episode in full here. Eddie K, man, 23 months as members only. He says, oh, yeah. I love that, Eddie K, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Glad that we met. Thomas says NXT Showdown was great. NXT and TNA put up a very good show. I love this. I think it's great. Those of you who do not like anything WWE, I don't see how. I think that they are firing on all cylinders right now. King Diamond says, how much was your hair transplant? This is the real deal, brother. Don't be throwing shade in here. I'll throw you out of here. Rob says, kids will have a lot of candy to throw at the heels. Oh, that's a good point. But if it's good candy, then maybe they won't throw it. And you know what? I'm surprised they're throwing Twinkies because I love me some Twinkies. Buddy Jones, big shout out to him. Worth every penny of $3.99. I appreciate that. Who will Wednesday's guest be? You guys tell me. You guys tell me. Who should Wednesday's guest be? Willie says he loves Big Mama. I love Big Mama too. Big Mama was handling business today, 3-on-1. Raven Black apparently has broken her wrist. So Raven Black is out of action. And as you saw today, was attacked in the parking lot. She does have a broken wrist. I can't remember if it was the right or the left, but either way, it's not good as far as a professional wrestler is concerned. So Raven Black will be out of action. I'm not really sure exactly how long, but it doesn't bode well for Big Mama. Coach Pillar's here. What's up, everybody? Hey, Coach Pillar. He's Murray Collum. Big shout out to Coach Pillar. He made the announcement. And the reason the announcement was a little bit late is because this dude was traveling to Australia to run in these races on behalf of St. Jude. So big shout out to Coach Pillar. $25,005. Or should I say $25,005 raised for St. Jude. Thanks to everybody who took part in that event. In any and every capacity. We cannot wait to do it again next year in Tupelo at the Tupelo Furniture Market. Jeffrey's here. Jeffrey Allred. I have a daughter the same age as Big John Dalton. Sometimes tough love is the best teacher. So it looks like Jeffrey is on board with how K Toomer is handling things. But I can tell you right now, we saw it last week. Big John Dalton stepped up into K Toomer's face. Respectfully, might I add. But that's never happened before. So we've got kind of a mentor in the big man, K Toomer, trying to teach Big John Dalton. Meanwhile, this whole thing came about because Big John Dalton was trying to help his mentor, Buff Bagwell. So we'll see. The extra content's well worth the price. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Toomer ain't wrong, says Bo. I knew you would be on this. Thomas says, speaking of NXT, next week there'll be a women's battle royal with the TNA Knockouts division have been invited to take part. That's going to be really good. I love that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Good job with the fundraiser, Coach. I agree. Good job, Coach Pillar. Jason Freeman, how was your weekend last week? I'm ready for tomorrow, Memphis Wrestling's next episode. Oh, Jason Freeman, I had an awesome week, an awesome weekend. The Memphis Grizzlies are back. So I've been doing that. Of course, the Grind City Wrestling Podcast, Memphis Tigers football, and of course, Memphis Wrestling is live tomorrow with Vicky Guerrero. Thomas says, yes, Liv Morgan was the Crown Jewel champion last year. So they not defend it, or did they take the title and hold it up in the air? I haven't watched it just yet. I'm going to watch it after tomorrow's taping. Araya, I'm from India. Good night, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me from India. Do KT turn heel? I mean, is it a heel turn? Is K Toomer justified? I think K Toomer's a little justified, but he is handling it very much like a heel. So I don't know how the fans. You guys got to make a choice. Big John Dalton or K Toomer? Unless they can mend fences. El Juggalo says JCW Houston Heat was great this past Thursday. Honestly, Barnabas not only accompanied the Outbreak, but also Berserkus in his first singles match. Oh, I bet that was a thrilling match, El Juggalo. Yo Sevi is in the house, and he is proud today. He said, catch this vibe check. So, Seven Cruz, if you guys are interested in following him on YouTube, you can do that, but proceed with caution. This guy has a terrible attitude, as you can see. Catch this vibe check. He's proud. 3-on-1 defeating Big Mama. And also, I'm going to tell you this. For KJ Rocket to pick up the United Wrestling Network Women's World Championship, and she didn't earn it, that is extremely disrespectful. Painful Paul's face turn was insane. I didn't see it. Buddy Jones, Dustin, stop being cheap. Fuel up the private jet and fly the boys across the country to California for Patrick. I guess I'm going to have to do that, Buddy Jones. The Memphis Wrestling private jet. DDT will make a good guest, or K-Toomer. Okay, DDT, K-Toomer, those are good. Parking lot claims another victim. Yeah, that's true, Bo. Will Big Mama's tag partner be okay? Like I said, she has a broken wrist. I'm sure she'll return at some point, but out for several weeks. Wednesday's guest should be Maurice the Strong. That would probably be the last guest that I would have on. And nothing against Maurice the Strong, but he hasn't been here in over a year. Coach Pillar, thank you to all the Help Memphis Wrestling family. Yeah, man, thank you, brother. This is one of our favorite events every single year. Patrick says, Painful Paul is Jack Tolos. Whatever happened to Ben Bishop? Nothing happened to Ben Bishop. He did have a WWE tryout. He was not signed, so I think the last 10 matches he had are in 10 different states, so he's still just doing the thing. $25,005. That's right, Rob. Donated to St. Jude. That's huge, man. We're so proud of that. Wednesday on WWE Evolve, it's Succession. Both Evolve titles, men and women, are on the line. Very, very crazy stuff involving WWE ID releasing a whole lot of wrestlers, and then also wrestlers not wanting to continue with the WWE ID program. I will get the scoop. I'll get to the bottom of that, and then we'll have a members only where we can talk some shit about it. Thomas says, speaking of Wednesday next week is my birthday. Oh, man, next week we'll be celebrating, Thomas. Happy birthday. Patrick Moore, he showed up on Wrestle Pro shows last month. How about Coach Pillar this Wednesday? Coach Pillar, we already had Coach Pillar on. We talked about Rikishi and all that behind the scenes, so that's actually in the can. You could watch that, Jeffrey. It is members-only footage. Memphis Wrestling parking lot, dangerous if you are in tights. That's exactly right. Wednesday's guest should be BT Brian Trammell. Man, that's actually not bad, Eddie. Might have Brian Trammell. Now, Brian Trammell knows a lot of stuff behind the scenes on Memphis Wrestling that he doesn't ever speak about. So it potentially could be something where we get a lot of good information, stuff that I forget about or stuff that people don't specifically ask about. So maybe Brian Trammell, BT, who is the Rollin' Into Mempho podcast host. You can check out Rollin' Into Mempho, the premiere at 2 p.m. right here on Memphis Wrestling YouTube every single week. Heard WWE ID Involve is going away. I mean, we've heard all of that, Patrick. I don't know that they're going away, though. A lot of people are talking disparaging things about WWE ID, but if you ask me, there's absolutely nothing wrong with paying independent wrestlers to wrestle. Jason Freeman, the good I've been Memphis Grizzlies game years ago in 2010. You got to come back, man. Check it out. Where's KJ Rocket? Who knows where KJ Rocket is? Haven't been to a Grizzly game in a long time. You guys got to come out, man. It is a lot of fun. A lot of people getting released. Yep, they are. Watch your back, Big Mama don't play. Yeah, Seven Crews felt that firsthand today because Big Mama was whooping butt left and right. There will be new talent coming in, and WWE ID and Evolve will not go away anytime soon. I agree with that, Thomas. Big shout out to the roster of Memphis Wrestling who are grinding their ass off every single day and every single week to try to get that contract, and I hope it happens. Coach Pillar says, I love the big mains together. Both are great competitors and need further singles title runs. I think it's time for Big JD to get the junior and Toomer to get the shot against Simon. Well, the weight class for the Junior Heritage Championship is 220 pounds, and I think Big John Dalton exceeds that by probably 100 pounds. So probably have to be a different championship. Do you support transgenders or not? I don't have any problem with transgenders, Barbie. Why do you ask? WWE is boring, says Amon. I don't know about that. Where's DDT Diana Taylor these days? Nathaniel, she was on the show today, so thank you for watching and paying attention. The machine will always keep turning. That's exactly right. Machine will always keep turning, no matter what. I think letting Aaron Roberts go was a mistake. I don't think it was a mistake. I think Aaron Roberts needs to be a little hungrier, and he needs to show them that he does belong. So this is his opportunity to prove them wrong. Don't prove them right. Wednesday's guest should be Main Event Bradley, funniest dude in Memphis Wrestling. That could be a good one. I'm not going to lie, Buddy Jones. Main Event Bradley has been with us since day one and has prospered. He is arguably an MVP in every segment that he's in. He's entertaining. I know Maria hates when he sits at commentary, but she secretly loves it because they have literally good chemistry. So Jeffrey says BT on Wednesday. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Mon WWE gets bored now. It wasn't fun back in the days. Let's see here. Keep up the good work, Dustin. Thank you, Willie. I appreciate that. Hey, Dustin, hope you and the family are good. What's up, John? How are you? Yeah, we're doing good. They're actually out at the Fall Festival right now. I've got to get ready here in a moment and head out to FedEx Forum to host the Grizzlies game. Is Jay Webb stalking Makari Candy? Man, look, yeah, I guess the internet title then. Yeah, good point. Nathaniel, I appreciate you joining us, man. It's okay to be new. Is Jay Webb stalking Makari Candy? I don't know, but this letter that Makari dropped off and then Jay Webb, who knew that he could even read? But yeah, apparently they're not friends anymore, according to Makari Candy. So more on that story as it develops. Patrick Moore is here. How are WWE ID contracts? Do they pay decent? I heard they were terrible. I'm sure you'd know, Dustin. I don't think any kind of money being paid to be a wrestler is terrible money, especially when you don't have the shackles and chains that you can't do certain stuff. That's why I'm kind of confused that some of these WWE ID prospects that aren't under contract anymore, that they have some sort of no compete where there's 30 days or 90 days. Ridiculous, because these guys and gals can work anywhere they want, but then you're going to hold them to a no compete. I don't like that. I don't know how true that is either, but I don't think the pay is that great, but the pay is better than nothing. And for WWE to extend contracts to folks that may or may not have it, just so they can do more wrestling and just so they can pay some bills and buy some flights and buy some protein powder or whatever it needs to get to the next level. I don't think that that is a bad thing at all. I don't think the contracts pay that much. I don't think that it matters either, because those talents can still go do whatever it is that they want to do. And I think that not many of them were ever able to parlay this into, a prime spot other than possibly Cappuccino Jones. Sean Legacy has made it. And then the swipe right guys, I think that they have a very, very high ceiling too. So happy early birthday, Thomas. That's right. Aaron Roberts, I believe, has one last match representing Memphis Wrestling that'll air in 2 weeks on JCW Lunacy. You can actually watch it on members only on this channel. Aaron Roberts is still with Memphis Wrestling, although he is not with WWE ID. Jeffrey says, how about some members only today, Dustin? It's raining in PA and I got nothing to do today. What's the topic? What do you want to talk about? Tim Time Pass says, should Vince return? I don't think Vince should return. I think that he probably should have never left. Nice, brother. Enjoy. Have a great time. Thank you, John. Thomas says the Hardy Boys are now double tag team champions. I think that's great. I'm getting worried. I still can't believe Jay Webb turned heel on her. Jason, I don't know exactly what's going on, but I know that Makari Candy and Jay Webb apparently are no longer friends. Rob says Candy needs a bodyguard or a Glock. Oh my gosh. Coach Pillar, triple champs, Hardys won hog titles last night. These guys are crazy. Time Pass says WWE needs Tommy Invincible. Forget WWE. Let's bring him to Memphis. How about that? Eddie Kane, Maine. Will we see Cappuccino Jones back at the WrestleCenter again soon? I actually texted him the other day. Bring that title with you, brother. John says, I watched the Lewis shows reality. I don't even know what that is. Buddy Jones, Jay Webb is going to be outside of Candy's window with a boombox like John Cusack in Say Anything. Oh my gosh. Buddy Jones, you should be on the creative team. Why did Aaron Roberts get fired from WWE ID? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, don't really know. But I do think that whatever it is that Aaron wasn't doing that WWE ID wants him to do, he needs to get on it. El Juggalo, Thomas, the Hardys, I think, have 4 different titles now. It's crazy. Bo says, I think Wonder Boy and Shocker have been forging these letters to further drive the wedge between Jay and Makari. Get out of town. There's been a lot of questions about Gun Show. A members-only update would be cool to hear. Man, maybe we should have Gun Show on a members-only, Jeffrey. But yeah, the legit story there is Gun Show's neck is hurt. Gun Show's been wrestling for a very, very long time. I know that Memphis Wrestling has only been on the air for about 6 years, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. But Gun Show's been wrestling for well over 20 years, taking crazy bumps and everything else throughout the independent scene before you hit television. So, from our side, we wish that our television show could have come along a lot earlier so we could have got more Gun Show on our program. But yeah, I would expect to hear some sort of update about Gun Show coming up very, very soon. But like I say, it's not really looking that great. Can't wait for the Trios tournament. What did Jake Brewer say? That there's going to be a twist this year? So I wonder what that twist is going to be. Coach Pillar, I agree, buddy, for creative. Yeah, we'd be thrown off the air, I'm sure. Makari needs to bring her Candy to the Spooktacular. You know she will. Honestly, getting the Hardys on Memphis Wrestling would be sweet. Well, El Juggalo, we just had Matt Hardy on just a couple of months ago. Go back and check that out. John says, wow, Dustin checked. Circa eye-opening at Schooled by Sarge at the power plant. Good watch. All right, I'll have to check that out, man. Preferred pronouns. I don't know. You guys can put your preferred pronouns in there if you'd like. Hilarity Brabo, looks like. There's Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc is one of my favorite events of the year. I think the Spooktacular reminds me of Halloween Havoc. The gun show would be great on Wednesday. Patrick says, someone told me Aaron Roberts' release had something to do with Rajah Jackson's incident. Is that not true? How? Why? Patrick, why would you believe that? These guys live on opposite sides of the world together. They don't even know each other. Aaron had nothing to do with that. Like, where did that come from? Tell me the story. Maybe it's because Aaron Roberts is just not the typical WWE style. He has to show them that. I have nothing to do with Rajah Jackson. What the hell? I'm impressed with who Memphis is evolving. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. El Juggalo, true, but I don't think we've had both Hardys on Memphis Wrestling. We have not. We'd need a bigger boat. What made you bring back the trios rings, or will there be belts this time? Eddie K, man, that might be a question for the members only. But it's actually back, just like Jake said, back by popular demand. I think the group liked it. I think the fans liked it. The only thing is it's very, very hard to continue a tournament with so many people involved and not have somebody miss. So this year, the Trios tournament is back. It is going to start on November 1st, and the first taping will be tomorrow. Jason says, I see Solo and his team attack Sami Zayn at SmackDown last night, and I hope the Usos help Sami Zayn against Solo and all that good stuff. Jake Brewer looks like John Walters from Hairspray, especially like the trick or street fight, yeah. Tell us about ranked Memphis Tigers football experience. Oh, man, it was crazy. Crazy, Coach Pillar. I mean, the Arkansas game, well, the first game, go out in front of 20,000 people was crazy. The second game, going out in front of 40,000 people was just unbelievable. This little helmet card drives me out to the 50-yard line, lets me out, and I have a live mic, and I hype it up like a pro wrestling introduction where I introduce Pouncer, I introduce the Mighty Sound of the South, and then I go and I release the Tigers. It's just absolutely incredible. It's so much fun. Now, the wrestling day that the Tigers had stunk like hot trash, so hopefully they don't do that next year. But the football experience has been fantastic. The wrestling portion of it, not so much. I guess he was on the show where this incident happened. Patrick, no, he wasn't. I don't know where you heard that. I've missed the Trios tourney. It's a lot of fun, says Jeffrey. Thomas says maybe Memphis Wrestling can bring a trick or street fight in. We do have some stuff planned. Stay tuned. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to Peter and the Chicken. I don't know if we have Peter and the Chicken this year. We'll have to see, guys. But I do know there's going to be a lot of costumes. The place was shaking. What's up, Andrea? How are you? All right, guys, I have just a couple more minutes here. What's your favorite thing today on the program? Is there a topic that you want to talk about? Whatever it is, put it in the chat. We'll talk about it, and then I got to get out of here. I got to get ready. Tonight at FedEx Forum, your Memphis Grizzlies are live in action. I'm going to host the pregame show, and then I'm going to host the evening, and then tomorrow I'm going to be hosting Memphis Wrestling. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Patrick, Aaron Roberts had nothing to do with that. Doing a great job, brother. A lot of great talent. Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get some of those talents signed with WWE ID or better. Heard AJ Francis may show up at the Spooktacular. I sure hope not. I'm just kidding. I love AJ Francis. There's no telling who's going to show up at the Spooktacular. Can't believe that K. Toomer walked out on Big John Dalton. Me either. I mean, there's a way to handle it. I don't know if that was it. Damn, FedEx Forum's going to be insane. Oh, yeah. Patrick says members only today. We'll have to see. Let me see what I got going on. Dead better off TTFN. Ta-ta for now. All right, Thomas. We'll see you later, brother. The Ash Hole Gang versus the Monsters will be violent. Well, that's going to be official. So tomorrow at the Halloween Spooktacular, it's Ash Taylor's Slaughterhouse squaring off against the modern day Monsters, and it's going to be absolutely insane. These two teams are just unbelievably hardcore, extreme. I was going to say they don't give a S about anything, especially each other. So it should be one heck of a fight. Thought I certainly wish we still had the Mid-South Coliseum. Mid-South Coliseum was around before most of these people were even born. If Joe Hendry shows up, that would be hilarious. We had Joe Hendry earlier in the year. My costume, you'll have to see. I've got two. I've got one that's going to go down tomorrow, and then I've got another one that I'm going to do on the 18th. Is Mid-South still there? They take it down. The Mid-South Coliseum is still there. It's just mothballed. Hope Mike Anthony gets his belt back tomorrow. We will see, Jason. I don't know. Stay tuned, because there's a lot of footage from after Mike Anthony lost that title that we haven't seen yet. Hello, do you drive a Mercedes? No, I don't. Unknown. What a name. Unknown. How do you come into the chat with an unknown name? Modern Day Monsters versus Slaughterhouse. Everybody be ready to protect yourself and move out of the way. And Coach Pillar is not joking. Great chatting with you. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. The rest next week. All right, Rob, thank you so much. I've been a fan of Bruce for years, and Morrow, he will be awesome. This is going to be crazy. Those dudes looked awesome today, so we'll see. Will Maria's costume be Elvira? Man, one could only hope. But if it's not Elvira, it'll be something just as hot. Shout out to the Rifa. Okay. Modern Day Monster Mash. All right. Honestly, looking forward to Memphis Wrestling versus JCW show at the WrestleCenter, since I know you teased it on Instagram. We're going to try to make that happen, but it's all about the Insane Clown Posse tour right now. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Great chat. Respect. Hope so. Dustin, Mike Anthony is a good wrestler. We have not seen the last of Mike Anthony. That is for sure. So tomorrow, it's all going down at the WrestleCenter. Slaughterhouse in a fight against the Modern Day Monsters. Who's coming out victorious? Plus, the big mains apparently still have to even the score somehow, some way. Big John Dalton walks out on K. Toomer. Not quite the same thing. And then K. Toomer walks out on Big John Dalton. What is going to be happening next between the big mains? And then also, of course, the WWE legend herself. Excuse me. Vicky Guerrero is coming to Memphis Wrestling, and it is going to be awesome. I can't wait. Wonder who should be on the Memphis Wrestling versus JCW show. We put our very best against the very best, that's for sure. Jason, I love both KT and Big John Dalton as well, but apparently they don't love each other anymore, and there's going to be a big main fight. Perhaps. By the way, the luckiest team on the planet has to be the Disorderlies, right? Rob says it. Cruella DeVille? Vicky DeVille? She's coming? Yeah. Venue's booked for next year's St. Jude show. I'll be there. It'll be here before you know it in Tupelo. Can't wait, Coach Pillar. Viva La Raza, says El Juggalo. Whoop, whoop. No way, Vicky. It's going to get loud. Oh, it's definitely going to be loud. So we have 3 television tapings tomorrow. We're going to tape Halloween Spooktacular, the 3rd episode. So Halloween Spooktacular is going to be last for those of you that will be there in costume. So if you wear a different outfit, it's totally up to you. You can wear your Halloween outfit all 3 episodes if you want. But episode 3 will be our Halloween Spooktacular. Big John Dalton versus KT. Oh, that would be awesome. A big main match. Rebel, I'm a Juggalo too, believe it or not. Long time Juggalo. But all right, guys and gals, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me here on the live reaction of episode 242, Teachable Moments. And I guess we did have a teachable moment within this episode. Big John Dalton versus K. Toomer for Super Heavyweight Heritage Championship. Yeah, we'll have to make a whole new belt for these 2 big dudes. It's going to be a good match. I agree with you, Jason. All right, Eddie K. Man, I will see you guys tomorrow. It's all going down. Special 12 p.m. meet and greet, 1:30 bell time. Get your tickets if you can. MemphisWrestling.tv. John, you have a good one. You know you've made it when Memphis Wrestling's talent is at the gathering. Oh, yeah. You know I love that. All right, guys. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jeffrey. I am Dustin Starr, saying... Hold on, let me get Andrea's real quick. Hi, Dustin. How do you feel about Seth Rollins, Stephanie McCurry becoming... I thought it was awesome. I called it on the Grind City Wrestling podcast that Seth Rollins can finally beat Cody Rhodes because it doesn't really mean that much. Coach Pillar, I'll see you. Willie, I'll see you. John, hopefully I'll catch you at the next one. Jason, oh yeah. I am Dustin Starr saying so long, everybody. And I'll leave you with these new pictures. Aw, look at that. See you guys.